What's up, everybody? I want to welcome everybody to a special edition of Walking This Way's Impact Force podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. I'm broadcasting live once again from my new home, my new location of Arlington, Texas, outside Dallas and Fort Worth. Hope everybody have a great, productive Wednesday. This is a special edition here on the podcast. I'm interviewing a very exciting young lady. She's actually from my hometown of Mobile, Alabama. She's an actress, she's a writer, she's a producer, director, businesswoman, entrepreneur, you name it. She has many hats and many talents, and they have an event coming up next month with the June 10th event that's coming up next month. That's gearing towards when slavery ended in the United States of America. We're very excited to know about that, the event they have coming up as they came together as a group to be able to put this out to the forefront that people of color will understand the history, what it's about being free. And we know that the Bible says, whom the Bible do say, whom God set free, and whom Son set free is free indeed. So we're about to ready to kick it off with our sports edition before we get off into the interview. So prime time, take it away.
Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Prime Zone. I am going to warn you today. We're back again for another one, and we're ready for another one. I do have some news for you. I also got some more scores. Some real huge games went on last night. I sat up and watched them, and I was amazed. Did the Lakers come back and try to tie the series up? Did the Celtics even try to beat the Brooklyn Nets? Or did the Clippers attempt to show up on the court with the Mavericks? We shall see. So why are you just getting off work, on your way home, just getting out the tub, relaxing for this evening? Tune in. This is a great one. You don't want to miss it. We're here at the Prime Zone. I also want to give my shots out. Shots out to Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Mobile, Alabama, Greenville, Mississippi, and surrounding areas. Tune in. Just pause for a sec. Just pause for a second. Again, let's take a ride. Now, with anything going on first, let's start right here. Everybody's been watching the NBA playoffs. Everybody has been watching round one. A lot of things has got different. And now it's getting down to the nitty gritty. And we're going to find out where these good players, these good teams, where it all starts at. But first, let's get into some scores from last night. As you know, the Lakers was traveling and playing at the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix is leading the series 1-0. But last night after the last game, Anthony Davis didn't have a good game, and he told y'all his team couldn't win without him having a great performance. So what he did the next game, he comes out with 34 points, ladies and gentlemen, a dagger three-pointer to seal the deal. He was a very hyped man. He practiced hard, and he was very focused, as he should be. LeBron James chipped in 23 points. And Dennis Schroeder, coming out from an illness, chipped in 24 points. The Laker team was on fire. That was the championship Capri that I love to see with them. When they gelling like that and they're going down the court, LeBron is active and the team is healthy, is within itself, everything goes well. Moving on, down to Brooklyn, with the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Boston Celtics. Joe Harris tied a franchise playoff record, ladies and gentlemen, with 7 3-pointers. Kevin Durant chipped in 26 points as well, but Brooklyn still leads the series 2-0. Going back for game 3 in Boston. Now, keep in mind, Kyrie Irving is a former player of Boston Celtics, ladies and gentlemen, and he goes back to Boston, and he talked about it last night after the game, concerning about how it's going to feel when the crowd embraces him. It's not going to be a pretty good sight, but we shall see. Now, as we get ready to go into the Clippers and the Mavericks, what a great matchup that was. Luka Doncic was on fire, hitting 39 points. I mean, him and Tim Hardaway Jr. was shooting the lights out everywhere. And you know what? I really think this Dallas Mavericks team is for real. They play well together. They're good. Their chemistry is 100. So I look forward to seeing bigger and better things with them in the playoffs. Also in the college, Michigan center 7'1" Hunter Dixon enters the NBA draft, but he left his option open for school. Big guy had a monster year. He's a freshman coming in, and he's a great lottery pick for next year's draft. He's entering. Wonder where he's going to end up. A lot of teams need a big man, and a lot of teams can use his talent to move them to the next level. Moving on to the NFL. What do you know? The NFL has really, really shakes up every day. Let's start off and give our salute to former future Hall of Famer, Adam Vinatieri. He's calling it quits, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to retire, and he's the first NFL all-time scoring leader after 24 seasons and had a great job. You remember, he's been kicking field goals since we had bottles in our mouth. So he has really been doing a great job, and he called the quiz. He said, hey, I have nothing left to prove. He has a Super Bowl ring. He has 3 Super Bowl rings and the first All-Pro 3 times in a row. He's won that award 3 times in a row. That's pretty impressive, if I think. Now let's go on to the Big Easy. Now, in New Orleans, it's going to be a rebuilding year for the team, New Orleans Saints. And as they get ready to embark with a new quarterback, moving on from Drew Brees, rookie Ian Brooks, Pete Warner, and Kwan Baker, all rookies picked up in the draft, have showed up to OTAs and is doing a great job. They're doing a good job. The quarterback is under Jameis Winston, but Ian Brooks, the rookie coming in, he's going to get a chance to see how it is to be up under their wings, to be able to grasp the NFL look besides the college, and I think it's going great. Meanwhile, down in Arlington, Texas, the Dallas Cowboy Nation, linebacker Jalen Smith has changed his number. Maybe he's changed his play too. We're going to see. He has been through a lot of things, said he wanted to continue with the tradition of wearing number 9 and keeping up the tradition of the Cowboy name. So we're going to look for him to be doing great things this year. And also, not only that, he's going to rejuvenate the defense along with DeMarcus Lawrence and some of the new rookies that we have pulled in. So it's going to be very exciting to see. I know people down in Dallas is going crazy. America's team, we're going to be all over the United States of America rooting for the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll be looking forward to that. Also, in Baltimore, quarterback Lamar Jackson is not sure if he will sign an extension with the Baltimore Ravens. But since he don't know as of yet, we're going to continue to try and pursue him. He's had meetings with Ray Lewis and meetings with the coach and meeting with the general manager. So he's unsure right now, but we will be waiting to see. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I always want to start with a segment of the Sports Zone, I want to always give you a history in sports. Once I can give you a history in sports, it's always good to educate your mind and to do better things and to know instead of thinking that you know. So on this day, Boston Celtics, Larry Bird. I think everybody will remember this play. Larry Bird stole an inbound pass from Detroit Pistons' Isaiah Thomas, throwing the feed over the shoulder to Dennis Johnson, winning the winning basket and in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Final. Now, that was a great play. I remember watching that game. Well, I saw highlights of the game. The game is older than me pretty much. But I've watched the highlights, and the highlights were amazing. People in the stands went berserk and went crazy. And this happened on this day. And so with all that being said, there was a great, great celebration. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Boston went on to win that series. But it was very, very energetic that time because Detroit was up. And with the still at the last second, Larry Bird with the over-the-shoulder backward pass to Dennis Johnson sealed the deal. And that was wonderful. Now, I would like to ask if there's anybody who have any questions or comments or anything you would like to ask about anything going on in the sports world. I'm always here for you. I'm always here for you. I love you and nothing you can do about it. But before I go, I would like to leave you with the final thought that will keep your day sparkle up just as great as ever. Winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means doing better than you've done before. God bless everyone. Keep you and may God always smile upon you. This is your host, Kenny Primetime Williams, signing off on Prime Zone. I look forward to seeing you on next Tuesday at 7 p.m. God bless you. Love you.
Appreciate it, Prime Zone, Prime Time with the Prime Zone Sports segment. Something new here on the podcast. Like I said, won't be very diverse. We want to open up different venues, different avenues to bring different things to the table. And that's what it's all about. Utilizing your gift, utilize your potential, doing things that you love to do. No matter what time of day it is, no matter what time of night it is, you're very passionate about what you're doing.
Right.
I'm very excited once again to be with you on this lovely Wednesday. This is a special edition here. We got a very exciting guest that's coming on this evening. She's actually from my hometown of Mobile, Alabama. She's an actress, she's a director, she's a writer, she's a producer, she's a businesswoman, she's an entrepreneur. She's many talents, from doing comedy to doing serious drama. And I just want to thank her for taking time out of her busy schedule to join us here tonight. Just talk about the upcoming play they have coming up next month in the month of June, dealing with Juneteenth. Juneteenth was a very special day for people of color. Right. It was a day that they ended slavery. Right. And by the grace of God, that we're not in slavery no more. We have the opportunities to live any neighborhood you want to live in, drive whatever you want to drive, work wherever you want to work, whatever institution you want to go to. We had the ability to do that. And it wasn't man, it was God. God moved on the heart of man to set us free. And we're truly blessed that we're not in shackles anymore, that we're not in the fields anymore picking cotton. We know our forefathers, our ancestors went through all that, but paved the way that we won't have to do that anymore. Right. And I'm very excited to have Rachie Mack. Rachie Mack, welcome to Walking This Way's Impact Voice. I know you want to talk about the upcoming event that's taking place next month in the city of Mobile. Are you there?
She there?
Hold on for a moment. See what she had. Let me see. Give her a minute to really pop on in.
Yes, indeed.
Give her a minute to pop on in. But once again, like I was saying, man, we hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody having a great night. Hope everybody got everything done. Got your goals set. Everybody had dinner. If you got children taken care of. So most importantly, just winding down, chilling down, and reflecting. The thing about I seen a post today, and the post that I seen today was about what is your motive? What drives you to do what you do? Everybody got different motives. Everybody have different views on life. Everybody has different meanings in life. Right. But everybody, what is the main thing that you love to do? Is it for prestige? Is it for influences? Or is it to get materialistic things? What is your purpose of living? What is the thing that what drives you every day? Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different beliefs. Everybody has different things going on. But what really drives you to do things you do? And I just want to get in everybody's mind to just think about, what is it that drives you to do what you do? Mm-hmm. It's the old saying, if everybody familiar with E.T., Eric Thomas, he always say, what is your why? You hear a lot of great people always say, what is your why? Why do you do this? Why do you get up early in the morning? Why do you go to bed late at night? Why do you do a lot of studying? Why do you do a lot of research? Everybody has a why. Whether you want to be productive in your business, sports, on your job, whatever, as an individual, as a husband, as a wife, as a son, daughter, we all have purpose to do something.
That's right.
You know, you don't have to be like the LeBron James of the world. You don't have to be like the Tom Brady's and the Dak Prescott's.
Right.
But you can be great with your name at right now on who you are. I could be great as Furman. Kenny, you could be great as Kenny. You don't have to be on the stage and say, okay, I'm a big name now. A lot of those guys that I mentioned was just like me and you.
Exactly.
They started on the bottom.
On the bottom, very bottom.
And they worked their way up to where they're today.
Yeah.
They put, just like how they put their clothes on, they put their clothes on the same way me and you put our clothes on. One leg at a time. Some may do it twice. I mean, together, I don't know. But it's the old saying is everybody started somewhere.
They did.
But if you really all about your grind and you really about who you are, you're going to put in 1%. And it's a slogan that I put on my Facebook feed. It's not the story I want to say.
Right.
And it just came to me. We are moving forward.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's I wanted to ask you this if I could. I would like to promote, everything you say is perfectly correct, especially with working hard and having believing and motivating yourself, like you said, the why. So I would like to shout out to a couple of businesses that I've seen personally just grow, just root up, and with hard work and with motivation. Mavy's Catering, Diamond Shine and Cleaning, Coochie Woochie and Galore. Those are businesses that I've known with seeing with our side that it started from just a thought and it went from there and it built, and with hard work and motivation and perseverance, a lot of things has grown in a great good for that. So everything you say, your why is why you get up, why you're motivated, why you want to do this, and it just keep going, and it motivates you, it pushes you to do better.
And that's what it's all about, and I look at it now, and I've been as of late. I know I've been studying Nick Saban. If everybody knows who Nick Saban is, he's the GOAT of college football.
Oh yeah,
Alabama Roll Tide, of course. Oh no, you from Mississippi, but still,
I get sick and tired of I get sick and tired of Nick Saban.
But he's the GOAT. but what I learned about it is he's a disciplinarian, and he loves what he does. He loves coaching up these young men.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. When we watched the NFL draft, I was happy for those young men.
Right. Oh yeah.
And Ken, you've been there before. The work, the practices, the injuries,
the stress
of becoming the best at your position.
Yeah. Competition, a lot of it.
But them young boys put in work. It may be some days, man, like, man, do it take all this?
Yeah.
But if you're passionate about what you do, the payday comes.
Man, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And that really inspired me when I was watching the NFL draft. I went to work. That really inspired me to see that these young men who put in the work, their lives are changed forever. Not just for them, but for their families. Generational wealth.
Children,
look at that.
Families and a lot of things. And sometimes I think what gets me to hear their story. I've saw some NFL players' story. They used to sleep in their cars, and just get up and wash up and change clothes in a gas station and go to school and then go to football practice, and was and came out to be one of the greatest ever. So, it's all about a big push. Your why. What is your why and your motivation behind it? I have a long list of motivations that keeps me going. But I thank God that I'm still here and enable me to do everything that I do where I can become a better man each and every day. That's what I strive to do. And he helps me very well. Very well. So I thank God.
Most definitely. And it's truly a blessing. That's the purpose of doing the podcast, that we can encourage, that we can influence the listeners who goes on the YouTube channel, who may go on Spotify, who may go on iHeart to listen to what we're talking about and what we're discussing, to be better individuals. It's all about being a better man. My prayer all the time is to live a disciplined life. You know, the Bible you have, like you ask not. My prayer all the time is live a disciplined life.
Right.
Being disciplined brings success.
Exactly.
You gotta have control. Humbleness. Being coachable. Being teachable. That's what it's all about. But we're gonna have fun tonight.
Yes,
and we got our guest here with us. Like I said, she's a lady of many talents. She's a lady of living out her purpose. She, like I said, she's an actress, she's a writer, she's a director. She has a play coming up next month. So Rachie, Mack, once again, welcome to Walking This Way Impact Voice. I know you're not a stranger to being on the podcast, but thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to join us this evening to talk about the upcoming play that's taking place in the city of Mobile, Alabama.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Most definitely. Thank you once again. I know you have an event coming up next month. It's a very important event. It's a part of history. It's the day that slavery has ended. We know that man didn't do it. We know that God moved in the heart of man to get us out of slavery, to the point where we don't have to be in the cotton fields no more. We don't have to work inside a house anymore. We don't have to be out in the back no more, but we're actually free. And I know the name of the play is called Finally Free. So enlighten us, bring awareness to what y'all got going on in the city of Mobile, Alabama, for this very historical, and I'm saying it again, historical event.
Okay, well, the play is entitled Juneteenth, Finally Free. As you know, Juneteenth is the day that slavery finally ended in the last state, which was Galveston, Texas. Specifically, I mean, it took like 2.5 years for it to be completely done, but the last day, that's the reason why they call it the Juneteenth. On June 19th is the actual day of Juneteenth. But we're having the event on June the 12th at 11 o'clock to 2 p.m. at the Closing the Revolving Door nonprofit organization, which is at 117 Phillips Street, Pritchard, Alabama. And what we want to do with this event, we really want to be able to show theater with Juneteenth, you know, put the passion and the art all together while educating others about this event and about our history.
And that's what it's all about. I'm glad that we're bringing this to the forefront, you know, as women yourself, bring this to the forefront to actually bring awareness to this special day for people of color to actually come and celebrate to understand this particular day, you know. Absolutely. Finally free. Matt, what made you come up with that title? What stands out when you just say finally free?
Now, honestly, one of the board members kind of helped me with that title. But the reason why we said finally free with a question mark at the end, because, I mean, are we finally free? You know, yeah, we have, we're not we're not slaves or in bondage so much to speak, but are we really, you know, equal to our other races? Are we really having the freedom that we really need? Are we really, you know, free? Are we really doing what they said that we were supposed to be doing? That's really where it comes from. Finally free. It's kind of like I guess kind of a kind of, you know how a person is facetious, you know, they kind of just smart, just kind of saying finally free is you're being funny, but not really being funny as much as, you know, trying to make people laugh. But as far as like, you know, are we really free? You know?
And
but that's really where it comes from.
Okay. And it makes a lot of sense on what you're saying. Finally free. And we'll get more into that in detail. But the event, what day is the event? How can people support the event? Who's a part of this historical event?
It's on June the 12th at 11 to 12 p.m. I'm sorry, at 11 to 2 p.m. And the groups that are a part of the event is Closing the Revolving Door, Disruption Service Organization, and my company, Rachie Mack Film Productions. Those are the three companies that are over it. Um, and we will be doing it outside as far as the event, as well as theater. We will have dancers, live comedians, and also poetry at this event.
Sounds
Okay,
great.
that's what's up. And just thinking about that title, Finally Free. We know that it's a long time. I know we still got work to do, of course. The work has not done yet, but we still got work to do. So, in the midst of Finally Free, what would you expect the outcome for it to be, that people gain from this, that they may come in one way but leave out with a whole new outlook on life?
Well, in this play, we're going to have a lot of different diversity, a lot of different ethnicities in this play. So, one thing I really wanted to do is kind of join people together. Yeah, we need Black people to know about Juneteenth, but we also need other races and other ethnicities to know about Juneteenth and the importance of it. So that once they do learn about what this event is for, they will also have compassion towards their heart of, African Americans and African American struggles. This is not just about Juneteenth, it's about the different things that's going on in America with African Americans, the police brutality, the gun violence, just different things that's going on that needs to be put all together so that we can all come together and love each other the right way and put away the racism, put away the prejudice and everything that is dividing us as a whole in this country.
And most definitely on that scenario, because a lot of stuff is important. I noticed in school it was not really talked about. Anytime Black issues come up to the schools, it's all about Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman. Not knocking them, but we don't know really get in depth what other Booker T. Washington. We heard about Booker T. Washington.
We don't dig deeper into our history.
Right, and we really don't. So in the midst of doing this event, would it be more educational tools, not just for Blacks, but all nationalities to understand this? Because I think a lot of people in our generation may not understand this really. I don't think so. Because it's not really talked about.
Right.
It's not in some textbooks. So yeah.
Yeah. And they barely say a little bit about it. They put it in the textbooks. I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about what y'all doing in the city of Mobile to really bring awareness. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, bringing awareness to the forefront. Like you said, we have a long way to go. I thought about that before I got on air tonight. We still have a long way to go to get to that place where we need to be at, and I'm very excited. So once again, how can people be a part of? Are you still adding pieces to it? If people around around the city of Mobile, surrounding areas, want to be a part, how can they get in contact with you if it's not too late?
I'm kind of full, but I will definitely appreciate extras if anybody want to be an extra. But all they have to do is reach me on via social media, Rachie Mack, and inbox me. Well, we also have opportunities for vendors. If you want to be a vendor we really want food companies. We really don't want anything else. But if you want to be a vendor as a food company or a caterer or a food truck, we're also accepting those as well for the event. And all they have to do is reach out to me on social media for Rachie Mack, or either they can contact me via email at rmfproductions@outlook.com as well.
And that's awesome. Now I'm gonna just throw this one out there. Will you ever think there'll ever actually be a tour? I'm just throwing it out there.
You said,
You
will there
think,
be a tour?
yeah, to help
It's
bring
a good
awareness.
idea.
I mean, you just never know.
It's a good
I mean,
idea. Take it on
everything's
the
open to
road.
back up now. Everything, especially in Texas, everything open back up 100% capacity.
Yeah.
So I'm just really just throwing it out there. With it, do you ever see yourself actually doing that? In
We
the near
could.
future.
We could. I mean, I'm open for whatever happens. I can see myself doing it, but I don't know if everybody want to see a Juneteenth play in October and in December and stuff. But we'll make it happen.
I mean, I just look at it. It could be any time, really, for real, because history is history. It don't matter what day, what all that. The thing about it,
Absolutely.
they putting stuff out for Christmas. It could be what October. They putting stuff out for Christmas.
Hey, look, soon as Halloween over with, you got Christmas on the shelf.
Yeah.
So they always thinking ahead. So I just want to throw that out there too. So
Yeah.
I know you are a woman of many talents. I know you got some upcoming projects coming up. So what can we expect from your film company now and also in the near future?
Well, one thing, we're working on a lot of different things. We're kind of in a slow progress because we want to make sure that it's done correctly and professionally. One of the biggest things that we're working on right now is social media advertisement, where we're using our company sketch videos to advertise for local businesses, as well as a comedy sketch show that we're trying to produce as well. We're done with the first episode. The show will be called Punchline, and the gist of this show, we're kind of helping local companies promote their business inside of our show and inside of our skits. And then on each episode, we also will promote local artists on our show as well, where they have a chance to perform their latest single, and we will include their music inside of our show.
That's great.
But that's the biggest thing that we're getting ready to do right now, which is a comedy sketch show.
Man, awesome. Oh, so you gonna bring back a living color?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like that would be
exactly
cool.
what
That'd
we're doing.
be real cool. Real cool.
Hey, I mean, go for it. That's the first thing came to my mind. Like, okay, y'all bringing back the living color type ordeal. So with that coming up, is it going to be what platform will we be able to check that out when it does debut to be able to support the comedy show that's coming up soon?
Well, the comedy sketch show that will be on YouTube only. We're trying to build a platform for it as much as we can before we put the show down, so that we can be able to, push it out there. We might start on YouTube, but eventually we really want to put it on bigger platforms such as Amazon Prime or Netflix and Hulu, any one of those. Really, that's the biggest goal. But the first thing we have to do is get people to see it and pick it up.
Good.
But that's our goal for it.
Man, awesome. And like I said, that's very exciting. And it's good to see that you're thinking big, that you're thinking outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Eric Great, started small, like what Drake said, started at the bottom, now we here. So never despise small beginnings.
Next.
Exactly. So once again, I'm gonna ask you, what can we expect? What different, like I noticed that you also offer the play to different people of different color as well. So how that's going on? Besides just focusing more on the blacks, I know you offer some white people be a part of it as well. So how's that going?
It's actually going pretty well. I was a little worried at the beginning because trying to get white people to be in a Juneteenth play is not that easy. But luckily, some people like me, so I was able to find a few white people, and we're trying. We're not going to try to offend anybody, but we are going to be authentic and real in this play. I love dealing with different races and ethnicities because it teaches me how to kind of reach out to different audiences. I can reach out to Black people, but I need to be able to reach everybody if I want to, change the world. I can't, reach out just to Black people. So I have to learn how, their ways, their comedy, their style, and also to be able to communicate with them effectively as well. But it's going well with the play with different, different people that's gonna be inside of it.
Man, and that's what's up. And I'm glad that, just not just focusing on one race, but you're going through different races. Because we had a lot of great comedians of different nationality, of different colors, especially, look at Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was on Living Color.
Right there.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious. I think the things he do will just make you be like, man, this guy here is crazy.
Yeah, but he's actually one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna ask you about that. I know you mentioned Jim Carrey, and I know you are an actress. So, what actor or actress influenced you in your career to do what you're doing today?
Oh, Angela Bassett. Well, that's one of them. Angela Bassett, Jennifer Lewis, Sarah Paulson. Let me see. And I like Issa Rae as well. Those are probably my top few that influenced me the most.
But I'm gonna ask you this: if you ever had a choice, who would you want to do a movie with and why?
Angela Bassett.
I figured that.
Angela Bassett.
Oh,
I figured that.
That movie gonna blow if she in it.
Oh yeah.
Say one line, goodbye, and it's gonna reach everybody.
Oh yeah.
And she's a very powerful woman, and I love her. She never sold out. She don't take any kind of role. She just about her business. When it comes to filming. All right, I know you mentioned that. What about the male? Do you have any male? I know you mentioned Jim Carrey. I know he's an actor and comedian, but do you have any other male actors that influence you in your career?
Not really. I don't have like a favorite male actor, to be honest. I mean, I like different ones. I like Denzel Washington and I like Will Smith, but I don't have like a favorite male actor. I know that's kind of biased, but I don't have a favorite male actor.
Oh man, but it's all good. But I'm gonna ask you this one too. After I know what size working and okay, let me ask you this. When it comes to your career, what is the biggest challenge you ever face when it comes to your film career?
The biggest challenge is I guess being overwhelmed sometimes. Sometimes I take on a lot of different projects at one time. I'm not just working on this play. I'm working on like about 5 different things right now. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. But what I try to do is I look at the fact that, I chose this lifestyle. I chose the life to be a CEO over a company. So if I can't take this little bit of pressure, then what I can't take, when I really do make it. So I just try to buckle down and, let it go and just work a little bit harder. So the biggest thing, I guess, is being overwhelmed, but I just try to make a better schedule for myself to be less overwhelmed from it.
Absolutely.
Because I imagine just writing. I mean, in your schedule alone, how many strips you do a day or a week? Because I know when you're in Hollywood, I say Hollywood, but when you're in that arena, writing, how long does it take for you to actually write a play or write a film for upcoming projects? Because I know you do a lot.
Well, as far as this play, it didn't take me that long for real. I would say it took me maybe about 2 whole weeks in all. And the play is probably about 45 minutes. It really just depends on how passionate I am about it or how much my mind is moving. Sometimes my mind be moving 1,000 seconds, and I can write something real quick. Then there are other times where it takes me about a month to write something, the same amount of time, length. So it really just depends on how passionate I am at the moment about what I'm writing. And sometimes God will just give me these ideas and like I have like goosebumps and I know it's a good idea. Like I know that this is gonna work, or I know that I need to write this. So, I mean, it really, sometimes it don't even take me that long not to, make it seem like I'm the best writer ever, but sometimes it don't take me that long.
And awesome. So when you write your skit, is it just you or you have a team of writers along with you to be able to enhance the productivity before the audience?
Most of the times it's a team of us. Sometimes I write by myself and then I will get like someone else to proofread it or to check over it and see if, it's some things that could be added or taken away. Cause sometimes I'm not the perfect writer. Like when I was writing the play, I put something in there that was unrealistic and somebody had to tell me, hey, Rachel, this is not what happened in slavery. So I had to, it's always good to have a team of people to kind of correct the different mistakes, whether they're putting words in it or just helping me to correct it. I always have a team that's with me to help me, what and everything that I do.
Right. Okay, awesome. So I could tell you probably one of those disciplinarians when it comes to work.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. You probably the like ones when they get further into the play, we've been rehearsing like, nah, start all over again. I don't like that. You didn't say that right. Oh, you stumble over the words. So when it comes to working with you, your work ethic, and just be real, what would you say? What would you put yourself when it comes to your work ethic and working with your fellow castmates?
Somebody must told you about me or something.
No, I just picked that up. Nobody ain't saying nothing.
Well, actually, that's 100% correct. I'm a sweet person, but when it comes to like directing, I don't play. Like we're gonna do this right, or either we're not gonna do this at all, or either I'm gonna do it by myself. Because, but no, but I try to be stern with them, but also not only I'm gonna tell them to repeat it and do it again, but I try to coach them and show them exactly how I want them to do it, and then so that they can be able to mimic as much as possible what I've just done, because I'm a little kind of picky when it comes to the characters that I make, because I want them to come alive the exact same way or either as much as possible as how I've written it. So I just try to make sure I'll drill the actor as much as possible just so that they can get it right, and then eventually they do get it right. But and at the same time, that also builds the character in them. It helps them to become a better actor. Alexander Scott. Mm-hmm. He was a new actor. He wasn't really experienced at all when we first met, but he's now more experienced now because the fact that I've drilled it in him. We've gone over stuff over and over and over again. If he does something wrong, I don't come to him in any kind of way, but I do let him know and give him that constructive criticism because, we're not just trying to do Facebook and social media. The biggest goal is to win Oscars and Academies and Tonys. So if we want to win those things, then we got to be on it for real at all times whenever we're doing something.
Almost there. Matter of fact, he he was on the podcast. He did a skit, and everybody thought he was real. Everybody thought he had mental issue for real because somebody said you gotta be careful of that because you get in trouble behind that. And I said, no, he was just acting. He was just doing a skit. He even fooled Kenny because Kenny thought he had real. I think Kenny said, "Man, I'm about to go ahead and cry." I said, "Nah, he was just putting a skit for us on the podcast."
He got me totally. I really was. I was like, I'm listening to it and I'm actually driving. And I had my daughter in the car with me and I look at her and I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh my God, this guy he needs help. And it was a comic thing, but it was real good. Had me fooled for real.
Yeah, but he has talked very highly. We had interviews. He speaks very highly of you. And I see a guy like him, he always working to perfection. And that's the type of people that you want to be around. He takes it very seriously. So I really appreciate him doing that little skit for us a while back. And he really speaks very highly of you when he was on the podcast. So let me ask you this. I know you're doing comedy, you're doing drama. Will we ever see an action buddy comedy? So there's the Bad Boys type movies or deal in the near future from your company? There's an accident.
Well, other than the comedy sketch show, I also have I'm sorry, that's some people in the background. Other than the comedy sketch show, I also have a kind of a suspense that we're working on where I've written it, but we're trying to do one thing at a time. But that's the next thing after that is a suspense. Um, I do have some ideas of like the bad girl type. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I should say this yet because it's not mine, but if there is another role, it is another company that I'm working with where I am going to be an assassin. So,
Oh wow.
it's a little, it's a show. It's a kind of a web series show where I'm supposed to be an assassin. So, yeah.
More like a the movie Columbarina, how that was.
Is it Camelina, I think. That's it.
Camelina, yeah.
Yeah, Columbia.
Right.
Colombiana.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh man, that's what's up. So you're gonna be throwing hands and shooting people.
Yeah, jumping off buildings.
So
kind of like Columbiana. I think that's a name.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be cool. Like I said, man, big ups to that. Even though you know
Absolutely.
there's breaking news on that, so I know you're gonna be doing some intense training and things of that nature. So hey, man, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So I know we got what day? I mean, you already told me the day. What time does the play take place? Also, if people cannot be there in Mobile, would it be on YouTube? Like I know you YouTube live now, and also you can Facebook live now. So will we always see it on different media outlets for those who would not be able to see that in person?
We'll try to film it, but I don't think we're gonna do a live. One thing I forgot to mention that the event is $3, cash. It is $3. I forgot to mention that.
Don't no card.
Please,
what about cash out? People cash out you?
Maybe we might be able to take cash out. But it's $3. I'm sorry, what was the question again? What you said before that?
We were talking. I know you said it's $3, and I asked, can people able to cash out? You know, people don't care. Do people still carry cash?
Every now and then.
Every now and then, yo. But people say, I ain't got $3, but I got a cash out. You cash out?
Hey, they get off my chime card.
It's from 11 to 2 p.m.
Okay.
But yeah, it's from 11 to 2 p.m.
Man, that's what's up. And I know you got to get back to the grind because the grind is real. And we don't want to prolong your time. But I thank you for taking time out to be a part of the podcast. So do you have any final remarks? Because this actually is going up on the Walking This Ways Impact Wars YouTube channel. This is going up on Spotify and iHeart. So people get able to watch it and listen to it auto. So you have any final remarks, any encouraging words for those who wants to be an actress or an actor? So what are your final remarks?
Well, if you can, please support me and support our company, Rachie Mack Film Productions, with this event. I really, really, really would love for you guys to come out and just show support for Pritchard, Alabama and Mobile, Alabama. You know, we're also doing this for the city. You know, we don't really do too much in Mobile as it is as far as theater, but I really would love for all the city to come out and enjoy this event because we have really put a lot of work into it. We put a lot of time into it. We actually got to meet tomorrow and meet again. We're going to be meeting all up until the event. So if you can, just please come out and support us on June the 12th at 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. for the Juneteenth Finally Free play production.
And awesome. That's truly awesome. Like I said, we hope everybody tune in. Hope everybody come out support. And just sow a seed. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that in the church world, but sow a seed, man. Just go out there, show your support, share your time. And it is on a Saturday, correct?
Yes, it's on a Saturday.
Okay, like it's on a Saturday. Beautiful. Hope be a beautiful Saturday day. I said that. Not hope, but will be a beautiful Saturday. Nice sun, nice breeze. Come out, have a good time, make no excuses, and come out and support, have fun, learn something.
Educate
And I
yourself.
hope, you know what I'm saying, you learn something from what's going on. That's what's coming together, what you're doing. So, Rachie, man, appreciate you again. Take your time out to be the schedule. I know you got to get back to the grind.
Thank you.
Most definitely. We do appreciate you once again. And like I said, we hope everybody had a great night. Hope what was said today really inspired you, really encouraged you, really motivated you as well. And like I said, we'll be back next Tuesday night, same time at 7 p.m. So we ask you, man, come out and support. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook. We also have our own group. We're Walking the Way Impact Voice. Upcoming shows, upcoming guests that's going to be on the podcast. Very excited about what God is doing. Hopefully, willing, we move into a live studio. Walking the Ways Impact Voice here in the state of Texas. Made it connect with someone to help me do that. So I'm looking forward to actually having a studio, having the guests come in to do a live interview with us here on Impact Voice. So I'm very excited about that. So I want to encourage everybody, do not despise small beginnings. If you're passionate about what you're doing, it's going to come together. Don't worry about the fortune. Don't worry about the fame. If you love doing what you're doing, it's going to come to pass. All it takes is just one opportunity.
Right.
That one opportunity can change your life. I'm say that again. That one opportunity can change your life. If you're consistent about what you're doing and you actually put in the work and you're grinding, not being lazy, not being slothful, but you constantly working to perfect your craft. I'm constantly working to perfect my craft when it comes to promoting and marketing, perfecting my craft. Get books, educate yourself, ladies and gentlemen, educate yourself. On one of my t-shirts that I have with the line that I got coming up, which I got one of them, is to walk prosperity, read Matthew 6:33. That's part of the From Underdog to Icon line. One of the t-shirts I have is time to be a beast. No laziness allowed. You want success, you can't be lazy. So don't get mad at the next man or woman who are making changes in their life. I remember I had a good old supervisor. He retired when I was working at the facility back in Mobile, and he gave me his analogy, and I keep it to this day. It was two guys. It was two men, two young men. They both had the same opportunity to make something out their lives. One took it seriously. The next person didn't take it seriously. The one that took it seriously, he was up studying. He was being disciplined. The one who had the same opportunity as this person did took it lightly. So the one that took advantage of the opportunity made some out of himself. But the one who had the exact same opportunity didn't do it. And he was mad at he was mad at that exact same person who took advantage of the opportunity.
Right.
Both of them had the same opportunity, but one chose to take it, the other one did not want to take it. And I know we're in a generation now where, and I see this, and I know y'all see this too. Some people just don't want to listen no more. And I noticed that. You can't say
guilty of that. Actually.
I'll say that again, Kenny.
I used to be very guilty of that. I've had some incredible people come across my life, but if you don't listen, you don't allow anybody to give you constructive criticism about you and yourself. I deal with that now, so I understand. It's a very true statement. Listening, learn to listen, and learn to adhere what other people have to say as well.
Yeah, because if you look at the greats, like we were talking about earlier, if you look at the great head coaches, I'll just take it to the sports analogy for a little bit.
Yeah.
If you look at all those great athletes, the Michael Jordan, if y'all watch the Last Dance documentary, you can see Michael Jordan's mindset on winning.
On winning at all costs.
At all costs. He was hard on his teammates.
Right.
Yeah. You can't do that today because this generation soft.
Yeah.
But he was tough because he was all about winning.
That's right. That's right.
But you can learn from that.
And he didn't matter. It didn't matter what force or what obstacle he had to do to get to it. He was gonna win, and that is what made him one of the greatest NBA players ever. And he will always be known. So I mean, of course, absolutely.
And his shoe still sells to this day. He don't even play no more. And Jordan still sell today. His shoes still sell it. They don't even play in the league no more.
No.
Matter of fact, he's a billionaire now. Jordan on the team and he on the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he got some more shoes coming out. He got some shoes come out every year. So that ain't gonna stop. They get the old shoes and resell them and make millions off of them.
And he taking care of for the rest of his life.
As long as he breathing, even when he dead.
You'll get church and will be taken care of.
Yeah, we'll be taken care of. That's right.
So, like I said, not just the siege of money, but doing what you love to do, winning at all costs. The biggest downfall that we can have in life is yes men. You don't need no yes men in your life. It's two places a yes man will lean in your yes man or yes woman.
That's right.
Either gonna be dead or in jail.
That's
so
right.
You don't need no yes people. As a matter of fact, in the Bible tells you, if you walk with wise men, you become yet wise. If you walk with a company of fools, you be destroyed. Even Solomon told us that in Proverbs. So what is your surround? Who do you surround yourself with? Who you conversate with that's going to take you to the next level? You know what I'm saying? If you're an entrepreneur and you're a business owner, I ain't going to lie. I don't have the desire to go out to just party. I don't have the desire to go out, just go buy shoes and stuff like that, because I'm building my brand. I'm building the podcast. I'm investing in my product. I'm investing in what I got going on. Right. And the other stuff don't faze me. The other stuff is relevant. It was an obscene. People live for. You got some people who live for a weekend. I'm past living for the weekend. I'm thinking about generations. I'm thinking about building up my net worth. And we want the listener audience focus on building up your net worth, because when you all about success, this road can be lonely. So relationships gonna be tested, friendships gonna be tested. But if you already got that significant other that's already with you and y'all building together, hey, that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
But
definitely.
If you don't have that person that say it don't take all that, that's somebody you don't need in your life. But you got somebody that say, we're gonna do this thing together and push you to success. That's what we want in this generation. We need to see more of that. We need to see more successful men, women, more successful families. In this generation. Instead of focus on the negative, let's build a positive. That help change lives one day at a time. One day at a time. So we gotta get off the air. Prime time.
Yes.
You have anything you want to share with the listening audience before we agree to get off the air?
Not really. I would like to just thank God. I thank everyone who's been supporting this podcast. Again, I shout out people that get up every day and work hard and strive for greatness. That's been something that, as an individual person myself, it's the first thing that comes to my mind. Glad to wake up and see another day, absolutely. And also just glad to get going and strive to do something great today. Now, yesterday could have been something different, but every day is a new day. So once you get started in your day, try to end your day by doing something great, whether it's for you or family members or anybody else. But always strive for greatness. I thank God for this opportunity, and I just continue to believe and trust in Him.
And that's what it's all about. Trusting God, staying consistent. I know when I get ready to get off the air, I'm going to jump into some books and read on some podcasting books, read on some marketing books.
Yes,
I'm a student. If anybody's seen my post, I'm a life student, man.
That's nothing wrong.
I'm all about learning about life. I mean, being motivated. You got to motivate yourself, because I told this before, and I said, because nobody's not going.
You do.
Yeah, because nobody's not going to knock on your front door and tell you come get your life together. Right. You got to be willing to do this thing.
That's exactly, and you got to put in work. It's something that just can't, you speak it and it just happened. You know, actually, I raised my hand on that. I'm the guilty one that I had to learn the hard way, but you know, through changes and different thoughts and different processes, things do look different than it was before.
It do, and we got to change the mindset, and also celebrate yourself. I know you're constantly working. Also celebrate yourself. Take yourself out once in a while. Wind down, relax. Take a deep breath. If you're married, have that time with your significant other. Just have that woo-side moment and stuff like that. Celebrate your time and just give yourself a pat on the back. But like I said, we're gonna be back here next Tuesday night. Lord's willing, to stay the same. We're gonna have another special guest. I forgot who we got coming up next Tuesday, but I will be posting it on social media wise so everybody would know. Like I said,
One thing before we go.
Go ahead.
Hello, we got froze for a sec.
There you go.
Okay. One thing before we go to the listeners and everybody's watching. This weekend coming up is Memorial Day weekend. There are going to be people traveling. There are going to be people having gatherings. Whatever you do, please be safe driving. Please be safe and just think carefully because there's going to be a lot of things going on. Everything is trying to open back up and constantly get back to normal. But at the same time, be safe and do what you do. And happy Memorial Day.
And that's what's up right there. Like Prime Time said, be safe. Just be safe. Be safe out there. Love your family, your friends. Just celebrate each other, man. Just celebrate life. First of all, give God all the glory. I know we speak about the Lord a lot, because that's the one that keeps us going.
Right.
Is salvation. Like I said, we have women like Rachie, Mack, who's doing a film production in the city of Mobile. Just listening to her talk tonight, how she has a bigger vision just being local.
Right.
She wants to hit levels of Amazon Prime, Netflix, Oscars, all that stuff. And that's good to hear people talk like that. But today inspires you. Get a vision board together. You have a vision board. Put a vision board together. Encourage yourself. But most importantly, keep God first. I say the Lord's Prayer all the time. And on the main thing he said in the prayer all the time is, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I say that all the time. I say that all the time. I say it all the time because I want his will to be done here on earth. I want his will to be done in my life. So we appreciate everybody. If you have any upcoming events that you want us to talk about here on the podcast, you're more than welcome. You can hit us up on our email. It's impactvoice12@gmail.com. I will post that on we load it on YouTube. If you want to support financially, of course, you can cash out at Impact Voice or Cash Out. And we also are also on PayPal as well also. So you can go to PayPal, Walking This Way, Impact Voice. We are available on PayPal. Help support, I believe, in moving forward with the podcast. And I'm looking forward to go into a studio and have staff as Kenny, Nicole, to be able to take this thing to the next level. So I'm very excited. So we want everybody to be encouraged. That's why we do Impact Voice. Have impactful people as Rachie, Mack, Prime Time, Nicole, many other guests. Also, we had Miss Stevenson last night here on the podcast. She's an owner. She's a founder of a magazine here in the city of Dallas, Texas. She reached out to me and she put the flyer in her magazine to help advertise.
Right.
Be consistent, ladies and gentlemen. Be consistent in what you're doing. Be consistent. Stay consistent. Even Paul said, "I press." See, we want this good. We want this success, but we're not willing to press our way.
Right.
It's gonna be some times you're gonna have some. I'm gonna tell you this. You're gonna suffer for some L's. You're gonna have some setbacks.
They're gonna come.
But it's to see where you at.
That's right.
It's gonna be some. It's been some times I've been on the podcast. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I didn't mean to disturb you. I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just saying let's mostly support our young Black business and any Black businesses coming up, upcoming. Support them, lift them up. Anytime you can lend a helping hand for that particular business, you never know how God will take your business and floor and get it bigger as well. So always let's support each other and always be on the same page and have each other's back.
Most definitely. I know I've been saying press for time. That's what I love about being a CEO and president of my own podcast. I go as long as I want. And I ain't under contract with nobody. I am on contract. I'm on contract with God. But still, at the end of the day, man, we want everybody to be blessed. Like I said, you have any upcoming events, let us know. We love to talk about it. Or we're gonna be some upcoming topic discussions too. Not just gonna be doing interview. We're gonna do some upcoming unadulterated conversations as well too.
Absolutely.
Out the box, unadulterated conversations to help men and women. So it's a lot of things that we've been struggling with when it comes to self-love, communication, dealing with things that may affect us in our childhood. We don't really talk about that, but when we talk about that stuff in upcoming episodes here in the podcast. So I'm very excited. We got some sports going on with Prime Time, with the Prime Zone here on a weekly basis. It's so much stuff that's going on. I'm very excited about it, but man, we want y'all to have a blessed night.
Yeah. Have a blessed night. God bless you.
And we'll see y'all next Tuesday here on Walking His Ways Impact Voice Podcast. Also, be able to check out Prime Time with the upcoming news that's going on in sports. Not only that, he also brings a little history as well, also when it comes to sports. So it's not just focusing on updated sport events, but the history of historical moments that we may not even know about. Or we did, we just forgot about it, but bring it to our memory. So appreciate you, Kenny, for doing the work behind the scenes to be able to take Impact Voice to the next level when it comes to the sports world.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see. A big shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Miss Cheesebro, I hope I said that right. Miss Williams, that's on as well. Big shout out to the people that tune in and join us live as we doing this here on my Zoom account. Big shouts out to y'all. Thank y'all for y'all more support as well. God bless y'all. And like I said, we'll see y'all next Tuesday here. Same bat time, same bat channel. For those who don't know, that's the Batman TV show. You know that was for my time, but when I was growing up as a child, that still was coming on. So same bat channel, same bat channel. Be blessed, everybody. Peace.